High in the hills, nestled among lush green fields, lay the village of Dongargav. It was a small village, home to simple, hard-working people. Vijay, a young boy with bright eyes and a curious mind, lived here. Vijay loved his village, but he knew life was hard for everyone. Vijay's family, like most others, worked tirelessly in the fields. Every day was a struggle to make ends meet. His parents, despite their limited means, instilled in him the importance of hard work and honesty. But Vijay yearned for more. He was eager to learn, to explore the world beyond Dongargav. He believed that education held the key to a better future. Many in the village saw little value in education. They believed that working in the fields was the only way of life. Why waste time with books, they would say, it won't fill your stomach. Vijay's father, however, understood his son's thirst for knowledge. He knew that education could open doors to opportunities they could only dream of. He encouraged Vijay to study, believing it was their only hope for a brighter future. Vijay studied diligently at the village school, a small, dimly lit room with a handful of students. He devoured every book he could lay his hands on, his mind hungry for knowledge. His teachers were impressed by his dedication and knew he was destined for great things. One year, a terrible drought hit Dongargav. The rains failed, the fields dried up, and the villagers faced a severe shortage of food and water. Vijay's family, like many others, struggled to survive. Hunger became a constant companion. Despite their hardships, Vijay's parents never let him lose sight of his education. They knew it was more important than ever. They worked tirelessly, taking on extra work to ensure Vijay could continue his studies. Vijay, determined to help, started working alongside his parents in the fields. He woke up before dawn, tending to the crops and grazing cattle. He then rushed to school, his heart filled with both responsibility and hope. Vijay's hard work and dedication did not go unnoticed. His teachers, recognizing his potential, encouraged him to apply for a scholarship at a prestigious school in the city. It was an opportunity of a lifetime, a chance to escape the cycle of poverty. Vijay was hesitant at first. The thought of leaving his family and everything he knew filled him with uncertainty. But his parents, despite their sadness at the thought of him leaving, urged him to take the chance. This scholarship, they knew, was their son's ticket to a brighter future. They convinced him that this was his chance to make something of himself and to one day return to Dongargav and make a difference. Leaving home was one of the hardest things Vijay had to do. He bid farewell to his parents, promising to work hard and make them proud. With a heavy heart but a head full of dreams, he boarded the bus to the city. The city was a whirlwind of noise, people, and towering buildings. Everything was different from his quiet village life. He missed his family dearly, but he knew he had a purpose, a mission to succeed. He threw himself into his studies, attending classes, spending countless hours in the library, and excelling in all his subjects. He made new friends who came from different backgrounds, expanding his horizons even further. Years passed and Vijay flourished in his new environment. He excelled in his studies, graduating with top honors. He went on to pursue higher education, becoming a skilled agricultural scientist. He never forgot his roots, his heart always longing for his village and his family. He wrote to them regularly, sharing his experiences and successes, always remembering the sacrifices they had made for him. He knew he wanted to use his knowledge and skills to help his village, to give back to the community that had shaped him. He dreamt of a day when Dongargav would be free from poverty and hardship. After years of study and hard work, Vijay returned to Dongargav. He was welcomed with open arms, the villagers amazed by his transformation. His parents, their eyes filled with pride and tears of joy, embraced their son. He was no longer the boy who had left in search of a better life. He was a learned man, an agricultural scientist equipped with knowledge and experience to bring about real change. He saw that life in Dongargav was still a struggle. The drought had long passed, but the villagers continued to rely on outdated farming practices, their yields barely enough to sustain them. Vijay knew he had to act. He began organizing workshops, sharing his knowledge of modern agricultural techniques with the villagers. He taught them about crop rotation, water conservation, and the importance of using better seeds. At first, the villagers were hesitant. Change was difficult and they were used to their traditional ways. But Vijay's passion and patience won them over. They saw in him a genuine desire to help. He worked alongside them in the fields, demonstrating the effectiveness of his methods. Slowly but surely, they began to see results. Their yields increased and their incomes grew, bringing new hope to Dongagave.